That thing God asked you to do 6 months ago, have you done it? You see, delayed obedience is just a polite way of saying no. 1 Samuel 15 verse 22 says, "Does the Lord have great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices, as in obeying his voice? Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice." Samuel said this to Saul in the Old Testament. Saul had received a clear instruction from God. And the funny thing is, he almost obeyed it. Well, at least he did most of it, right? He kept the part that made sense to him and discarded the part that he thought was unnecessary. And somehow he thought God would be fine with that. Well, God wasn't. And Samuel tells him something very profound. He said, God is not delighted in your burnt offerings and your sacrifices if you will not simply do what he asked you to do. So he was saying, in other words, you cannot substitute spiritual activity for obedience. You cannot replace doing the thing with doing other good things. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. You cannot replace doing the one thing he asked you to do by trying to do other many good things just to make up for it. One thing that this verse will always point out is that delayed obedience is disobedience. Partial obedience is disobedience. I will do it eventually is a polite way of saying no to God. Now, think about the areas of your life that God has given you specific instructions and you've been trying to negotiate over the years. You know you're supposed to have that conversation. You know you're supposed to let that thing go. You're supposed to let that person go. You know you're supposed to start that thing, stop that thing, forgive that person, make that call, but you just haven't done it. And every week you found a new reason not to do it, a new reason to wait for maybe a better time, more preparations, more instructions sometimes. The thing I want to tell you is this. The breakthrough you have been seeking may just be at the other side of obedience that you've been delaying. Are you aware that the reason why Saul lost his kingdom was simply because of this? It's not because he was lazy or anything, but because he was selectively obedient to God. Don't lose your season to delayed obedience. If God has told you to move, move. If he has told you to stop, stop. The sacrifice of your comfort is far less costly than the sacrifice of your calling. Now say this after me. I declare that I'm a person of full obedience to the voice of God. I do not negotiate with his instructions. I do not delay his commands. I do not partial obey his word. I move when he says move. I stop when he says stop. And I trust that his ways are always better than mine. Amen.